Welcome to the press conference, a joint press conference with Texans Uniting for Reform and Freedom, or TURF, and the Grassroots America, and the Texas Tea Parties from across the state, 912 groups, liberty-minded groups. We're a whole conglomeration of a whole lot of people that are very concerned with transportation issues in the state of Texas. So first we want to talk about what is our problem, and then what are some proposed solutions for what's going on inside this building. The first one is the way our state runs transportation reminds us a whole lot of Washington, D.C. These outrageous facts will show you why. Did you know that the state of Texas leads the nation in road debt? $31 billion in principal and interest in less than 10 years. Texas is also using borrowed money to do road and bridge maintenance in our state. Borrowing money just to maintain our roads. 47% of our gas tax money that we already pay is going to non-road purposes. Another thing, local control, quote, quote, that we hear so much of in this building has actually driven up the cost of roads with waste on things like enhancements and bureaucracy. For instance, the Central Texas Regional Mobility Authority, their toll agency here in the Central Texas area, received a bid for the Mopac toll project that came in $20 million lower than the estimated cost to expand Mopac. Rather than return that money to taxpayers to build other roads, the RMA is using it for enhancements. It also spent $275,000 on payments to losing bidders on the project. Their combined salaries of the Alamo Regional Mobility Authority is over $1 million annually. That rivals the executive team at TxDOT to run the whole state of Texas road department. We've also found that the Alamo RMA, along with 7 other RMAs around the state, have spent millions on taxpayer-funded lobbying inside this building. We also have a huge problem in Texas that we have roads that are 100% paid for with tax money opening as toll roads. On top of that, when there's not enough projected traffic to take the toll project, taxpayer money is being used to subsidize it. So even toll projects that are only partially paid for with the toll are still being subsidized with our tax money. Virtually every added capacity project in this state is being done as a toll project, yet none of these projects can pay for themselves completely with the tolls. After extensive research from TxDOT's 2012 UTP and their Federal Highway Administration citations, we have discovered that $10 billion in state and federal money is being used to subsidize toll projects through 2020. In addition to these on the front end, we're also bailing out these projects on the back end. The Central Texas Turnpike system was bailed out with $100 million in gas tax dollars in 2011. Why isn't this working? More borrow and spend and raiding the rainy day fund, or putting our tax money into the state infrastructure bank, is only going to push debt to the local level. It might get off the state's books, but it's not going to get off the taxpayers' books, and it's not going to get off our necks. It's going to increase a rising tax burden. The best solution, which is to take the taxes we already collect for roads and get those fees and taxes dedicated to roads, like the vehicle sales tax. The best solution we have on the table right now to replace that declining source of revenue of gas tax is getting our vehicle sales tax dedicated to roads, and those bills have been sent to the Senate Finance and House Appropriations Committees to die. What is not going to work are the current proposals that the leadership of our state are proposing, and that is more borrow and spend, reining our rainy day fund, putting our tax money into the state infrastructure bank to guarantee debt on the local level.